Greetings and welcome to Creative Consulting Dreams Inspirational Talk Show 2021 version. I am so excited about 2021. I just can't even sit still. And I hope you all are excited about 2021 too, especially through all of the stuff that we went through during 2020. So please tune into my YouTube channel, which is Creative Consulting Inspirational Talk Show. Make sure you like my channel, make sure you subscribe to it, and hit the bell so that you'll be alerted whenever I do have more shows, because there are going to be a lot of more episodes going on this year, and you want to be tuning in. And today, oh my God, how do I start my first segment with somebody as beautiful, lovely, and intriguing as Miss Diva Danielle Williams? I'm so excited about her. I could barely sit here, but I'm going to do it and be nice. So get ready for a beautiful show, and I'm just going to introduce Miss Diva Danielle Williams, who's a beautiful friend of mine who's gone through so much in the last couple of years, and that's what we want to talk about for Creative Consulting Dreams, about the struggles and the obstacles that you're facing, but then you manage to still be a success, and this lady has gone through many. So welcome, Diva.
Oh, it's so nice to be here. Thanks for asking me to be on your show. This is wonderful.
I am so happy.
Yeah. It's just nice to sit down and spend some time with you. So this is good. Thanks again.
I know. We're just sitting here having a conversation. We just want you guys to be a part of our living room.
Right?
Right.
Very nice. It's good.
So please let people know who Diva Danielle Williams is.
Well, first and foremost, again, thank you for having me on your platform. My name is Danielle Williams, but everybody calls me Diva. Diva, what you doing? Diva, how's it going? So I've always just, kind of went with it, and it's worked for me. And it's become sort of now my hashtag. So everything I do, whether I'm doing stand-up comedy, it's the comedy diva. If I'm hiking, it's the hiking diva. Whatever I'm doing, I attach diva to it. And then once I sort of had this life-altering change in 2018, I became Diva Strong.
Wow.
Yeah, so, when things shift, you kind of got to roll with it, and I definitely learned to roll with it because life hands you things that you're not always expecting, whether it's good or bad, and you just have to learn how to roll with it, and that's what I've been doing since I've been rolling with this diagnosis of stage 4 lung cancer as a non-smoker. And it's insane because I went from working out 6 days a week, eating very healthy, taking care of myself, never smoking. I don't even drink alcohol or coffee. And I was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I watched that on TV, and I just, my jaw just dropped when that happened because I saw that working out, climbing Mount Everest, we're going to call it Everest.
Camelback.
Camelback, and just amazing. And when I saw that and the transformation I saw for you, because like you said, that happened in 2018.
Yeah.
I just want to let you guys know, you're looking at this lady right now, beautiful, transparent, beautiful. When I tell you that, when I saw her on TV when she was 94 pounds after being diagnosed, it was just truly amazing. But tell us about that.
Well, I had been a broadcast journalist here for almost 20 years. Started in California doing radio, moved over here with a job promotion, and I was doing radio here. Then I transitioned into television. And I had been working, as an on-air television host here in the Valley for a local station. And I just, since I was healthy, I was working out all the time, and I just thought my metabolism had revved way up because I started losing weight. But the key was I started having serious back pain, like never before, and I couldn't figure it out. So I was just taking Advil, was going to the doctor, getting checkups. They didn't know it was wrong, and then my doctor said, why don't you just go get an MRI on your spine? And I was like, okay. So I went and got it done, dealt with all the pain. Come back, my doctor says, well, we have some serious news to tell you. You have stage 4 lung cancer, and it's spread from your lungs. It's in the lower part of your spine. It's in the bones of your pelvis, and it's in the bones of the top of your right shoulder. At the time of my diagnosis, I was 94 pounds. People thought I had an eating disorder. They thought I had gone crazy with my workouts. They thought I had gotten to that point where, you just work out all the time and you don't eat. But I was like, I'm eating everything, but it's just not sticking to me. And again, I thought it was because my metabolism had revved up so much. But no, I had cancer.
And when they told you that, because you were so healthy, because you didn't do anything that would have cancer to be in your body.
Yeah.
When they told you that, what was your reaction?
It was overwhelming. It was kind of mind-blowing. And it was almost like you hear in the movies.
Yes.
Everything starts moving in slow motion because you're trying to comprehend it. Your doctor's telling you one thing and you're like,
wah.
It doesn't rationalize with the way you've been living and the things you've been doing. It just didn't go hand in hand. So I just sort of took it all in, and I remember my friend Diane was with me in the doctor's office. We left there. We went to go get something to eat. We went to go get Ukrainian food, of all things, and we ordered everything. We had borscht, the sauerkraut, the sausages.
You're kind of like, look,
we're going to eat it.
I'm just going to just eat whatever I feel like doing this.
We just ate everything, and we were just trying to absorb it in and just like wrap our heads around it because it just didn't make any sense.
None whatsoever.
It just didn't make any sense. But that night, I was at home, and I was just sort of in awe of like, how in the world did this happen? This can't be.
Not stage 1, not stage 2. We're talking stage 4 in 4 different parts of your body on top of that. And I'd never heard of it being in your shoulder.
Insane.
In your lungs.
Yeah, and it was the day before Thanksgiving. So it was November 21st, 2018, the day before Thanksgiving. So most people would think you don't have a lot to be thankful for, but I just took a deep breath, and I remember the next morning, I was just like looking at myself in the mirror, and I didn't look like, I finally could see, the thinness, because my face was sunken in and everything, but I was just like, oh my gosh. And then the fact that you realize that this disease is literally killing me. How in the world do I have cancer? And you always hear of people having cancer. You never know the magnitude of what they go through. So I had to call my family, and there were tears and stuff, and about 3 days afterward, I just sort of snapped out of it, because I'm the type of person where I don't like to go to bed angry, because the sun's going to rise the next day and it's a fresh start for a new beginning. So I like to have a positive outlet. So I just treated the cancer like that. I told my doctor, I'm going to kill this cancer with kindness. I said, I'm going to continue to be who I am, live my life the way I've always lived it, and just push forward with a positive attitude. Because I told him, everything starts in your brain. I said, everything starts upstairs. And if I think I'm going to overcome this, believe it, and then ultimately see myself getting to the point where I was living my life like this, then I'll be fine. And that's all I kept in front of me. That's the whole time. I kept that vision, that thought process, I kept that in front of me, and that's what pushed me through.
And I'm here to vouch for that, because I mean, you and I have been friends for quite a while, and of course Facebook buddies, and I just do have to tell you that she even had me on the TV show that she was on 2 years ago, and I mean, the relationship there and the connection, and this is pre-cancer.
Right.
Then, and like I said, that was maybe a year later when that was announced, and I'm like, well, where does this come from?
Right.
But what I want to emphasize is what she said is that she took 3 days, okay? Because believe it or not, you have to come to a realization if something happened to you, fine. Take that time to say, okay, mourn it, cry it, do whatever you have to do. But she took the 3rd day, she said, you know what, I'm going to own this. And when I tell you, she has been amazing for the last 2 years. Going to her chemo with looking like this.
Yeah.
It
was a crazy journey because, like I said, I was 94 pounds at the time of my diagnosis, November 21st, 2018. So the whole entire month of December, I had intense radiation every day for 30 days.
Every day.
On my lower spine and my pelvis, because that's where the cancer was most concentrated. And so I did that for 30 days. Then January of 2019, I started chemo, and I was going to get chemo every 3 weeks for over a year and a half.
Wow.
And in between that, I had surgery on my spine because my lumbars kept collapsing because the cancer was just eating away. So they had to go in and put what's called liquid cement in between my discs to kind of help elevate them. So I can't really bend a lot when I do my stretches like I used to and different stuff because of the way the cement has kind of fused things.
Yes.
But it was fine. It worked, and it gave me that stability that I needed because it was painful to sit. It was painful to try and walk. And I had the port put in, which I still have my port because I still receive, treatments through my port medication and stuff. So I still have that. I get lots of blood work, scans a couple of times a year, and different checkups and things. But I went through a lot, and so in September of last year, 2020, the cancer came back on my right shoulder, so I had to go through intensive radiation again every day for 2 weeks. to sort of rectify that, and then they put me on a new pill form medication, which I'm still on. And I'm just, pushing through. But my whole determination was to let people see a different side of cancer.
Yes.
So when I would go to my chemo appointments, even though I was sick, weak, and tired, I would put on my good hair, my wigs, because I love them. I'd do full face makeup.
Fabulous.
My little skinny body, I'd put on a dress and my little heel sandals. I could barely walk in them. And my doctors would just be like, oh my goodness. But it's all mental. And I told myself, if I look good, I'll start to feel good. And if I exude the effort of positivity, it's going to set the tone for me to have a good day. Because if I have to go to this medical facility, get this nasty chemo treatment, why be miserable? Because when I walked through those doors, everybody was sick and sad. They had scarves on their head. They were wrapped up in blankets because you're cold, because you've lost so much weight. It's a depressing place to be, but I was going to make it fabulous. So when I walked in, I'd be like, hey, what's happening? How you doing today? I'm getting the chemo.
She made
Yes.
Diva fabulous.
I
And
did.
you know what? That's what I want to definitely want to commend you for that, because like I said, there's so many people that are watching this story, and they're looking like, is she in there talking about chemo with a plug of her?
Yeah.
And she got her fabulous shoes on, looking beautiful.
It was crazy.
And you know what? We all have to do things we need to do in order to get ourselves together, to fix yourself mentally. We do things differently. Everybody does. So find, like you said, your sweet spot. You found what you needed to do.
Yeah.
And look how amazing you look now.
It was.
If we weren't discussing this, nobody would have ever thought that you had stage 4 cancer.
It's crazy, but it was an eye-opener because I shared all my journeys. I would do Facebook Lives, I would do Instagram, videos live as they were happening. So I would show my doctors, my nurses, all the things they were doing to me, putting the medication in, sticking in the needles, the pain I was going through. But I would share it in a way so people could understand, because you always hear of someone who has cancer, but you never know what they go through. And it's painful. It's depressing. It's nerve-wracking. And it could take its toll on you mentally. And that's the one thing my doctor always said. He goes, I have a lot of patients who unfortunately die, I think, way before the cancer has taken a hold of them, because mentally they've given up. And it's a mental game you have to play with yourself every day. So I told myself, I said, well, my cancer is a man. And he goes, how do you know it's a man? What do you mean? I've never heard of anybody saying their cancer is a man. I said, oh, it's a man. Are you kidding me? He is all up in this body. He wanted the chocolate like every other man out there. So I said, it's a man. So I treated it like it was a man. We had a relationship. And I wasn't going to let this man, this evil, nasty man, get the best of me. So that's how I looked at it. And we would have fun. And that's how I embraced it. That's how I carried it through. But yeah, I would always put forth an effort to make the most of my doctor visits, my chemo appointments, and I would share them. And it just brightened up everything, and it gained traction. So I started getting write-ups in newspapers, health magazines. The Mayo Clinic came out and did a story on me. The national television show put me in their health segment on Right This Minute. Yeah, so it was good because people were picking up on it, because it was just a different approach to a cancer journey.
And it's a beautiful thing, and that's what we also need to see when we're talking about obstacles that we're facing along the way. Like I said, you were still at the TV station when it first started, and then that was discontinued. But guess what this lady also does? Comedy. She's an amazing comedian on top of that, and that's why I love the diversity about you. You know, the professional, the comedian, but you do everything. The main thing is that you're succeeding at who you are as far as being Diva Danielle. It's just an amazing story. So please, everybody, just keep it in mind that we all find ways to adjust and adapt to our situation. Not everybody can be a Diva Danielle when it comes to cancer, and certainly we're not overlooking anybody that does have to come in and, go through that. It's a dreadful, dreadful, dreadful disease. But look at it on both sides and just know that if 2 years ago you had stage 4 cancer, there are a lot of people that did not go through stage 4 cancer or live through stage 4 cancer. And a lot of people think it's a death penalty, once they get it, but it's not. So understand that cancer can be fought just like anything else, and positivity certainly helps it along the way. So doing what you do, looking fabulous, going to your thing, being a comedian, and what do you do as far as the comedy is concerned around the Arizona area?
Well, I had been doing comedy almost a little over 5 years prior to getting the cancer diagnosis, so I had to take the time off to let my body heal and sort of kind of get back, a sense of me and some regularity and normalcy, and just health-wise, be able to do it. And then the pandemic came, and we're still going through it, so right now it's just a different dynamic. But before, you would just get booked at places, go out and do your comedy and have fun. And so for me, I felt like, it was a blessing in disguise. Here I get this crazy stage 4 lung cancer, but I have so much, optimism for it because I was doing stand-up. Laughter is part of the best medicine. It's also very healing. And I have these amazing individuals who are my friends and ultimately, an extension of my family, the comedy community, who rally behind me. They did comedy show fundraisers, and it was just great to go out and see them on stage, laughing, talking about me, and then just encouraging, supporting me. And it just gave me more fuel for the fire to really say, you know what, I got this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to come out okay because I have all of this love and support. I have this laughter. I have this positive energy. I have these individuals who are fighting for me, and it's going to be okay. Yeah, it's sickening, it's tiring, it's depressing, it's hard, it's painful. But, when you have all that love in your corner and that positive energy, you can overcome anything. And it was just fun. So it's just and it opened up new doors of opportunity because then I was hosting more things as I started to feel better, doing different comedy shows. And I get to talk about the cancer in a way that people have never heard before and make fun of it and have a lightheartedness to it on stage. I get to talk about my lack of a love life. Where is he? Where are you? Where are you, man? Where is he? Trying to find and date.
He's looking for you.
Right,
oh
trying to date and all this stuff. But
yes.
yeah, it's fun though because you can be creative, you can be expressive, and I can own it because it's my own journey, my own story, and I can put my own spin on it, and it just gives a nice, sort of moment. Because like I said, 9 times out of 10 when it's finished, the sets are done and we're wrapping up, and audiences will come up to you and they'll be like, oh my gosh, my girlfriend's husband had, cancer. And it doesn't matter what kind of cancer, we're all affected by it. And they're just so happy because they'll look at you and they'll never think that you have it. So when you share it, they're like, what?
Yeah.
And they take a step back, but then they go on that journey and that ride with you and they have fun and they're able to laugh. But they're also able to appreciate because it makes them feel like, oh my gosh, my friend has cancer. And you're right,
and
you
they
never
can relate.
Yeah, you can.
And it's just like what you said, and I always say that to dreamers and everybody that I'm talking to. Everything happens for a purpose, believe it or not. Even in your purpose of your cancer journey. I mean, look what you said happened. The recognition that you're getting from all over now, and going to different shows, and of course being, out there showing people that there is a positive life even with cancer. That you can still be beautiful, you can still go through it and everything and live through it. Mainly just live through it. So don't think that it's a death penalty or anything because you're getting cancer or you have stage 4 cancer.
Right.
So there's so many people surviving to it, and I'm happy to. I had stage 2 twice myself, 2011 and 2013, and it's trusty. All you have to do is do what you need to do to take care of that. So please, anybody out there thinking that the cancer is just a death penalty, it's not. Do what you need to do. Be a diva about it, or be whatever you need to be about it, and find something positive in everything that you do. And I just love you for doing that.
No,
it's
thank
amazing
you.
That you do that.
Well, it's helped.
It definitely has. You can see it. It's helped. Very well.
Yeah. Because I've gained all my weight back. Even though, I'm able to work out. It's a little bit different, but, I always move my body and just kind of do what I've done before I got the cancer, and I try to live my life like I don't have it, and it's worked. Yeah. And
let's talk about, you just had me featured on your community program. Please mention that now before we leave and let people know how they can, find you on YouTube and your community channel.
Yeah, you can always still find me on YouTube. The show is called Community Link AZ, Community Link AZ, and it's just my way of giving back to the community. Because prior to getting sick, I volunteered a lot. I networked with a lot of nonprofits, and I always believe that they are the backbone of our community, and they need to be highlighted and applauded because they do some incredible works in the community. So this is my way of giving back. So I invite individuals who run nonprofits to come on, share their story, and just encourage other people to donate to them, volunteer with them. And this is their way of tooting their own horn and giving them a little spotlight. So if you can like and subscribe my page, I would appreciate it. And it's Community Link AZ, and you can hit me up on Facebook as well and let me know if you have a nonprofit that you would like to have seen on the show, and it'd be good.
Absolutely. So please, on Facebook, it's Danielle Williams. Or
Yep.
Danielle.
It's just Danielle Williams.
How to find you,
can find me on Facebook.
Instagram. We're going to have it on the screen.
Yeah, on Instagram. You can find me. I do a lot of posts almost every day, several times. It's crazy. But it's the number 1 on Instagram. It's one and only Diva Danielle. One and only Diva Danielle. And on Facebook, it's just my name, Danielle Williams. You'll see the back picture, which will have a lot of media and stuff on it, just sort of encompassing the career and the life that I've had prior to the cancer.
Yeah. And she's a selfie queen. She's
Oh,
teaching
yes.
a few things about posing and everything else.
Because when you put on a good wig, you got to take a picture.
Well, Danielle, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. I'm so happy to have you as my first guest for 2021. I just got so excited.
Yeah, this is good.
Mm-hmm. And I just know so many great things are in store for you because of all that you do. Like you said, you were on the TV show. I think your YouTube channel is just going to probably blow up, and hey, you know, have your own TV show.
That would be nice.
I think that's wonderful. So I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
For being the wonderful person that you are. Keep striving, keep doing what you do to show people that, hey, despite all obstacles, trust me, folks, lots of obstacles that she went through, you can do what you need to do as far as, having your dream come true. She does it every day, all the time, and she does the selfie to prove it.
Yeah, I do. It's a little addicting.
Well, thank you guys for joining me on my Creative Consulting Dreams Inspirational Talk Show. Hopefully we impressed upon somebody to say that, you know what, hey, 2021 can be fabulous. Do that and know that your dreams can come true. Have a wonderful rest of the year.